Good evening, it's Marie. Yes, I'm wearing a cap indoor. It's called fashion. I'm kinda old enough to remember flip phones. So I actually have two of my very old phones. This beautiful thing. Look at her. It actually has a front-facing camera. Obviously that camera is total shit. And here on the back, you can just slide it to protect the camera. I don't know why. Well, you can do that. And then I actually have a real flip phone. It's this beauty. I don't really know why I still have these. And then when you flip it open. And flip phones are so great because they're just so sassy. What? Okay, bye. So I thought I want to make a flip phone, and I was thinking to make little like pocket mirrors or hand mirrors or whatever they're called. When you can flip them open and there's a mirror on the inside and you're like, ooh, it looks so pretty. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun. Okay, so let's go. Alright, so let's go. So first up here are the two phones that I just showed you. I'm gonna use this flip phone as a reference. First of all, I'm just gonna sketch a rough shape. I'm just trying to get the shape right and the size so it's accurate to an old flip phone, you know? And I really struggle with drawing this. I mean, it's just like fucking rectangle, but man, I can't draw, I guess. And then I'm just cutting it out so I can use it as a reference. Beautiful, beautiful template, love it. So I'm using some air dry clay. I wrapped my board in some parchment paper just to... I don't actually know why I did that. Yeah, I don't know. But I shaped these two slabs that roughly are the shape and size of the flip phones. And then using my beautiful template, I'm just kind of shaping it and trying to rub away all these beautiful cracks and cutting out this part at the top where the two pieces connect. As you can see, it's all very professional. And first I cut these out like that. But then I realized, hey, this doesn't make any sense. Like, they wouldn't connect like that. The fingers there have to be on the top. Don't know what the hell you would call these. You know, these little bumps there where the two pieces are connected? Yeah, I'm fixing that here. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. And yeah, I'm just using some water to smooth it all out as best as I can, so there won't be any big cracks or anything like that. And when I'm happy with these two pieces, I'm just letting them dry. And then I'm using the rotary tool to kind of shape it all and just sand it off and yeah, to just get it to the shape that I want. I could have done a better job shaping these out of the clay, but I just didn't have the energy to do that. So I'm using some sanding paper to sand it off. And this is what it looks like when you sand for a long time. You got this fucking dust everywhere. So yeah. Protect your work surface, it helps. And here are the rough pieces in the end, and I'm taking some fine sandpaper to smooth it out even more and maybe just make it look a little bit professional. When I'm done with that, I'm using the pencil to kind of draw on these kind of parts of the phone, kind of. How often can you say kind of in 10 seconds? And obviously I'm not 100% copying it, I'm just kind of freestyling it. Just kind of making it look like an old flip phone. And yeah, this is one of the parts where I could have definitely done a better job and done it more accurately, but I just didn't feel like it, man. I had no energy. So then I'm using the rotary tool with this engraving bit. I think it's for engraving, I'm not sure, for like engraving glass or whatever. And I'm just using that to create these indentations to make it a bit more 3D, I guess. So you can actually feel the buttons and it's gonna be more real, maybe? I thought it would add something. And I'm glad I did this because, yeah, it looks less flat. I mean, I never used a tool like this before, so all the lines are very rough. As you can see, they're a mess, but it works. So then I got this old Pokemon lunchbox from my childhood. I love it. I'm never gonna throw it away. And it's the perfect size for a mold. So I'm putting the pieces in there, mixing up some silicone and just covering it over until the lunchbox is full. And one day later, I got molds. I'm cutting off the excess with these tiny scissors. Otherwise they would just be in the way and stick to the resin when I fill it up, which would suck. So I'm unmolding the pieces, and yeah, the molds look pretty good. They're a bit dirty and there are some bubbles here and there, but hey, it's not perfect to begin with. So let's start with the first one. I want to make a kind of pink and glittery one, so I'm using this glitter dust stuff that I got somehow, and just trying to kind of brush it onto the buttons and stuff so they can be glittery. In the end, you can barely see it because with the pink color, it's just, yeah, it doesn't work that well. And you can see the pink is kind of vibrant and nice. In the next scene, look at this, they're super vibrant. I don't know what happened between these two takes, but anyway, this pink color is gonna fade. Because this pink, it looks so nice when you unmold it. It's so fluorescent and neon, but you can already see it there. It already faded a bit. And it's gonna get worse. There's just like barely any pink color left in the end. But then I'm using a pen to kind of fill in all these indentations with some color to add some dimension and make it more interesting, I guess. And I chose white for this one, so it just fit well. And I actually, when I thought about this project for the first time, I wanted to make it really professional and nice. And I thought about cutting out some tiny ass numbers or like sticking number stickers on the buttons, but yeah, it's so tiny and it's a mess anyway, so whatever. And then, yeah, I just talked so much, so we already skipped over that. I got some like mirror foil. This is also a problem that I faced, is that I wanted them to be actual mirrors, but I couldn't find any mirrors in the right size. So I used this mirror foil, and mirror foil isn't as reflective as real mirrors. So I just, yeah, it's kind of distorted. And then after sticking it all on, I'm kind of just sanding off the rough sides that I got left there. And covering it all over with some top coat, which, yeah, just to make it all nice. And then I'm moving on to the next one. So now I got this kind of chameleon pigment, I guess it's called. It's like blue to purple to pink, and I thought that would look cool because it's kind of metallic and nice, so I just brushed it onto the mold, trying to get all the details, and it already looks really cool. And these pigments look best on a dark base, so I mixed up some black and just fill the mold with the black color. And here they are the next day, unmolding them. And yeah, it looks cool. Of course, the mold is matte right now because the clay was matte, it wasn't shiny. So it doesn't look that good right now, but when I get the top coat on there, it's gonna be good. Also, something that's really funny about these mirror foils is that sometimes you can see my reflection in there, and because it's so distorted, it just looks dumb. Love that, it's funny. It's really funny. Yeah, here we go again. I got this top coat. It's just like a gel nail polish top coat. It's not. It's meant for nail polish. So yeah. But I'm using it to brush it on there, and you can already see it's so much more shiny and so much prettier. And just curing that. And here's how it looks. It's really cool and metallic and shiny. And yeah, the shift isn't that obvious on camera. You know how it is with cameras, they don't pick stuff up as well as they look in real life, but that's okay. It looks cool. I promise, it looks cool. It will look better if the actual phone mold looked better, but I can't be asked. Yeah, I'm covering this side too, and then I'm painting it. Now for this one, I'm doing it the other way around. Like first I top coated it and then I'm painting it. It's actually better to do it the other way around so you can seal in the paint, because now I already got some of the paint chipping off. So that was stupid. Don't do that. Paint it first and then top coat it. Yeah. And then finishing touches, I'm sanding off these ones too. And then I'm putting on some top coat on this side. Or some UV resin, I guess, sticking on this side of the mirror foil. Oh, you can see my forehead. I look fucking stupid. And just curing it. And then for this one, I went back to the my face. I look so stupid. To the pigment and just brushed it on there, and then put another layer of the gel polish, UV resin, whatever I used, on there. And yeah, I also got a hole in my glove. And then I'm moving on to the next one. I'm finishing them all up together, so that's why you can't see the finished versions right now. But then I wanted to use this yellow and some yellow glitter and these lemon slices that I just love. They are so cute. To make a kind of summery yellow one. Yellow is my favorite color, so yeah. But I used too much pigment because I got a bit too excited, I guess. So it's more orange, but doesn't matter. It still looks cute with the glitter in there and the lemon slices. I just love the lemon slices. Look at them, they're so cute, they're so tiny. So I'm spreading them out just to make sure that's all nicely balanced. And the next day, time to unmold. I was really excited to unmold these. Look at that, it's so cute, so cute. It's gonna look even better when it got the UV resin top coat on it. It's gonna be so good. So again, sanding it off. So much sanding dust shit everywhere. Shit everywhere. Look at my thumb. It's fucking white. It's white. And then for this one I'm using a yellow pen because I mean I just thought it would look nice, right? And it looks so cute. And I'm filling everything in again. Now this dot that I filled in with yellow on the top part of the phone is actually like the camera. So filling it in with yellow doesn't make sense. But like it's a phone, it's a translucent phone filled with lemons. Of course it doesn't make sense. And then again putting the top coat on and the mirror foil, making it shine to the heavens. Well, not really, it's not that shiny. More like shine to, I don't know, the treetops. And just curing it. And then I'm moving on to the next one before I'm finishing it. So I got this silver powder. I wish I had some like really reflective mirror like silver powder because that would look cool. That would look really metallic and real. But this one is more of a glittery powder. It has these glitter chunks in it, which is unfortunate. But I guess it still looks cool. And I'm mixing some of that silver and some shiny mica pigments into the resin. So yeah, I guess it will look close to silver. I tried. It's yeah, it's okay. It's not my favorite, but it's okay. Especially now that there's no top coat on there, it just kind of looks shitty, doesn't it? It just looks like junk. And then I'm moving on to the next one because I did these two kind of at the same time. I got this kind of unicorn skin foil type stuff, iridescent foil, whatever, and I just cut it to size using the clay pieces as reference, and then I'm filling the mold up with some clear resin and just stuffing these foils in there. Luckily, I cut them too big, so I really had to jam them in there, and with luckily I mean it wasn't lucky, it was, yeah, it was a bit of a mess. I spilled resin everywhere. But I got them in there eventually. And I did 2 layers on each side to make them extra foily. And look at that, this matte side actually looks really cool. I think with this like kind of frosted surface and the shine underneath, it just looks really cool. But I'm gonna top coat it anyway because it's even cooler when it's shiny. And then I'm sanding both of these last ones off and getting everything ready, painting them. I think for most of them I used white paint because white just goes with everything. Same as black, it just goes with everything. Filling it all in, This took a long time because the indentations are there, but they're not that clear. And I painted over the lines a lot of times. A lot of times. So many times. But hey, in the end it looks alright. You can't even see my mistakes. That's a lie. There are so many mistakes and so many mess ups that you can't see a specific one anymore. You know what I mean? It's like there are just mistakes everywhere, so they aren't as obvious. It's great. That's a great technique. So yeah, now I'm top coating the silver one, and you can see the sparkle in that already. And then I'm top coating this iridescent foil one, and it looks so cool. Both shiny and not shiny, just they both look cool. And then lastly, I decided to make another fun glittery one, so I'm getting this blue mica powder, some blue alcohol ink. I don't know why I use both, but I guess I'm doing that. And I'm putting some nice blue glitter in there, and these blue stars, because they're cute. Basically, I just really like the yellow orangey one, so I wanted to make another one, but in blue. Look at that. Looks delicious. No, it doesn't look delicious, but it looks fucking great. Look at that, look at that. I love the stars in there. They just look so cool. That one and the yellow one are definitely my favorite. Again, I'm painting it. I actually thought about using a light blue color, but for the light blue pens, I only have a thick one, and with the thick ones, it doesn't look that good. So I went with white in the end. And then same as the other ones, top coating it. Making it so shiny and putting in a little mirror foil and covering it up with more resin. And yeah, it's getting there. It's getting there. It's starting to look good. Kind of. I mean, I never like any of the things I make, so... But it's not bad. Could be worse. And look at that. That was so satisfying to do. Yes. So good. Putting the last few mirror foils and top coats. This is really out of order. I need to get used to doing things in a certain order, because every time I'm editing things, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is. I'm now finishing up the thing that I started with. Cool. Well, look, it's my face. Funny. Oh yeah, I also used these Pokemon booster packaging things to rest the phones on there, so they would be level. Very professional. I know what I'm doing. For sure. Finishing this one too. Wow, this one looks really red in this shot. Putting a foil on there. I can't get over my face on there. It always looks so funny when it's distorted like that. It's art. That's the true art. And then the last mirror foil, last bit of top coating, and here are all the pieces. Now, for connecting them, I had this great idea of drilling a hole through the connecting pieces at the end there, and just sticking a piece of wire in there. I used this blue wire because I have a lot of blue wire for some reason. I think I accidentally bought too much. And then I'm just sticking it through. This was a bit of a trial and error. I used the silver one as a practice thing because, you know, the silver one doesn't look that great. But I got it eventually, and it works pretty well. I mean, okay, some of them are translucent, so I shouldn't have used the blue wire. I have so many other colors. But yeah, I used blue wire anyway. And then I'm just, drilling the holes in each of them, sticking in the wire. And look at that. Oh, that's my face again. More drilling, more drilling. More sticking in the wire. And look at that, it works really well. It's also, I'm also glad that it doesn't snap back close again. It stays open like that when you open it. So the wire worked well, which I didn't expect. And here they all are. yeah, at the end of the day, I'm still happy with these. Obviously, I don't love them. When do I ever love anything I make? But I still love the idea, and these were really fun to make, and just seeing it all come together in the end, and the kind of closing and opening mechanism actually working. That's cool. That's cool. So yeah, that was fun. Let's start off with the not so good ones. Here are these two. Yeah, for the silvery one, I wished it was more of a like mirrory silvery kind, like, you know, like an actual phone. So with the pink one, after a few days, the color's just gone. So this is very pale, but yeah, it still works. This is the kind of chameleon pigment kind of whatever. And when you flip it open, this is what it looks like. I feel like this is very sloppily made. It's kind of rushed, so the shape is kind of very clunky and weird. And I mean, look at these buttons. Look at them. Just look at them. This is always such a problem. First of all, I don't have that much time, and then there's a problem that I have depression. I don't really have the energy to put a lot of work into each project, so all my end results are always kind of messy and rushed. But I still think it's cool, even if it's not very well made. And same thing with this one as with each of my projects. One day when I'm maybe less depressed, I would like to make a better version. Now I guess my favorite ones are actually these really sparkly and crazy ones. They just look cute, and I feel like these ones really do give me early 2000s vibes. They remind me of kids makeup. I think I actually had like a phone-shaped little kids makeup thing. You flipped it open, and then in here there were like a few lipsticks or whatever and a little brush. But this is that. I would like to speak to your mom. Obviously the mechanism isn't as great as like an actual flip phone. I mean, it's just a hole drilled in there with a piece of wire. Then this one also looks really funky and fun. It's kind of iridescent, whatever. So cool. And then the last one, probably my favorite. It was supposed to be more yellow instead of orange. And yeah, this one's cool. I love the lemon slices in there. It's just so much fun. So much fun. So yeah, that's that one. So here are all my interesting flip phones. I'm just gonna hold the prettiest ones because my hands aren't that big. I think when I actually, oh my god, I have so much lipstick on my teeth. But yeah, here are my flip phones. This was fun. Okay, bye. Hello, I'm a very busy person. Okay, what do you want? What? It's actually very weird because it's blocking my ears. I don't like this. So actually I love, my outfit looks really great. I look so like styled and cool, especially with my cap on indoors. But I didn't style my outfit all the way. So below the waist, I'm wearing these cut shorts. Beautiful. Isn't that a look?